Welcome everyone. I'm Avery, your local wannabe fashion girly, and today we're going to be styling My Hero Academia characters for the live action remake part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, go get caught up and then come back. You have to come back, that's the important part. Starting with Uraraka, I have here this outfit with the overalls. I don't know why the quality is so bad. These flare jeans with a Henley top, very like Twilight Vampire Diaries. In my head, like, these kind of come from her being more like normal, I guess, compared to the other characters at least, or some of them kind of come from like a legacy, if that makes sense. I feel like it would be cool to see her kind of more like tomboy-ish, especially at the beginning of the series. This is the only outfit that is specifically leaning toward that. The rest of them are kind of just like workout clothes. Very casual, very sporty, but I feel like this would be like her style and what she would actually wear. Not a huge fan of the color of these sweatpants, but I really like the shape of them. I think she would lean into like pink and white and then probably black. The color scheme here isn't exact, like what I would want ideally. It is just like kind of for visuals and like shape and everything. She is kind of doing this job to help her family. So she is going to do like whatever it takes to make her weaknesses her strengths. So she's really into learning like hand-to-hand combat and working out. And I feel like her style would start to emulate that. For her hair, geez, they have examples for everyone. I feel like this example is very accurate with the like side swept bangs and then the length of her bob. I think the color is nice, like this light brown. Honestly, I feel like I would like if they went for haircuts that weren't like this. Like this looks so polished and like stylish, I guess. If you went for something a little more like awkward, I guess, I feel like that would be fitting still. This is what I have for Uraraka. Moving on to Ida. This is straight up the uniform, so I think there's potential there for him to be able to dress well. I feel like if he couldn't dress well, that would also be really funny. I like the length of this t-shirt, like how long it is and where it cuts off. I feel like he needs to wear a backpack like at all times. This is more of like, I don't know if this is a polo top. I don't know what this is. I feel like if he did this, it would be too powerful. Like, he doesn't look awkward enough anymore. He's only like 15. He doesn't know about the rule of thirds yet. Going back to this picture, it kept reminding me of Michael from Heartstopper. They have like the same vibes, just like a little bit. This freaking turtleneck. I feel like he'd wear this 100%. These like button-ups that I have are very similar to some of the other pictures that I chose for the other guys. I feel like he would opt for dress pants and not like jeans. Or if he does have jeans, they just like fit him really weird. Like the top half is great, and then the bottom half needs some work. Honestly, that picture that we saw before for his hair, honestly not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I wish it was straighter. Like, I feel like if he had straighter hair instead of this guy's is kind of wavy. I don't know who this guy is, but he has great hair. I also mentioned this in the last video, but I think you could do the thing where you dye blue over the black, so it's kind of like, oh, in certain lighting, like it does look blue instead of just like straight up being like super dark hair. This is what I have for Ida. Next is Todoroki. I do have some very similar outfits in here. I think if you were to give specifically one character like button-ups, give them to him, like these button-up t-shirts. Maybe like his have longer sleeves, and then because they are kind of similar to stuff that I've given other characters or like stuff that I've given to Ida, I feel like Ida's could be maybe shorter sleeves so that it looks more like kind of uncomfortable and like uptight, where his are more like relaxed, I guess, because he's very like nonchalant and like spacey. Here's Ian from Stray Kids. Please give him a crossbody bag, thank you. I think we should lean into blues for him. What's good about them being cartoon characters is that when they're making the character and giving them outfits, they're gonna pick colors that will like always look good on them no matter what, because they're basically wearing the same things all the time. This is, I guess, if you want him to wear a long sleeve. I don't really know. For his hair, I do have these two options. Obviously this one's very like 2020. Obviously it's not red and white, but I do like the length. I like that it kind of has this like little cowlick thing in the middle where the two sides mix with each other. This is a cosplay, but I don't mind it. I feel like maybe not like the one piece in the middle, but I like that it's longer. I feel like they should go for longer hair with him, or like longer hair. Again, I'm not a hairstylist. I don't really know how this would look. I feel like I need to look at more K-pop idols and be like, who has the right haircut for him? This is what I have for Todoroki. Honestly, this is really similar to what I did for Deku, I think. This is why hair is so important, because it's gonna differentiate all of them. On to Kaminari. The main theme is jackets. I think it's mostly because of his like hero costume. That's the reason for this leather jacket, definitely. We have a denim jacket here. Again, IN from Stray Kids. It's sort of like, I don't think this is a racer jacket. I like that it has a bunch of like logos and graphics on it. I like this jacket. I don't like the pants. So like the top half of this outfit and only the top half. I think he would have like jeans or cargo pants, or like probably just like sweatpants, to be honest. I feel like he would just wear this. Like, I feel like it realistically, this is the go-to outfit. I don't think he's like performative enough to have a crossbody bag. We have this long t-shirt as well. Teeny tiny part of me says that he could dress well, but I think it's just because I think he would be chronically online. This is a little more like sporty in my head. Maybe he tries to dress like athletic or sporty as in like a performative way though. I love this shirt. I think I gave Sero something similar to it. I like the length of the shirt. I like the length of the sleeves. Maybe not at the beginning of the series, but you know, like maybe he starts to dabble in like some more feminine styles. I don't know. Maybe after he's out of high school and he's like discovered himself. That's just a headcanon though, so don't come after me. For his hair, I like the color of this one more. It is more yellow. I feel like it's a little too long, but we could go in that direction if we really wanted to. This is kind of more of the haircut that I was thinking. I know it's like blue. I don't think that they should do like the platinum blonde for him. They should go for more of a yellow blonde, because his hair is like yellow in the series. But I do like the little flippy parts at the top, and then like the TikTok swoops. Does have like this little black lightning thing in his hair. I interpreted that as like a cartoon thing and not like that's actually in his hair. I think if you were to do that on his hair, like in real life, if you were to dye the little zigzag, I think it would look too cartoony. I think it would look too much like a cosplay, and that's not really what we're going for, because in real life that would just be like a shadow. I'm not actually sure. Maybe he does actually have it. Like maybe that's confirmed that he dyed a little zigzag in his hair. I don't know. So this is what I have for Kaminari. What I feel like is missing from this is yellow. I feel like we should have a little pop of color here and there, especially because like I know he does have that on his hero costume, is like little pops of yellow. I do just really like this leather jacket. It is just because of his costume. That and a big t-shirt. So thesis statement, jacket and big t-shirt. Last but definitely not least, for Bakugo, starting off, I think this is realistically what he would wear the most. Graphic tee and like some kind of maybe baggy pants, like cargo pants. If we are to do color, we have some green in there. Again, hero costume. I don't think he would wear orange really outside of his hero costume. If we were looking at maybe this jacket, I don't know, this could be more of like a more stylish outfit if we really want him to. I don't think he'd wear white though. Maybe he does in the series, I don't know. I feel like he just has a ton of black t-shirts and he cycles through all of them, even though all of them wear uniforms half the time. Emo jorts. Enough said, really. I was really indecisive about what shoes he would wear. because there's a couple Converse on here, which I feel like isn't an insane idea. I feel like he'd have dad sneakers. That's where it's settled. Bakugo has dad sneakers. For his hair, this is the original picture that I had. I feel like it's a little short, but I did really like the color. And then I also liked how spiky it was. Because that's kind of his main thing, is that he just has like spiky hair. It's not as like crazy spiky as like Kirishima's or something. Like his kind of is just like naturally spiky. This had the spikiness that I was looking for, but just the way that the hair was cut wasn't super ideal. But for what I had at the time, this was fine. And now I have Martin from Cordis, which, is this like literally the same haircut? Yeah. It's a little bit longer though. I feel like it could be maybe a bit more spiky. This looks a little like fluffier. I also feel like if it was lighter, it would be nice, but it's just like a little bit longer than the other guys. I like the length and the bangs. If only it was just a little bit lighter. If it was just a little bit lighter, I think it would be perfect. And then put some product in it to make it more spiky. This is what I have for Bakugo. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know you're a real one. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment them. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.